Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Brad Snapper, got
taking
Navy.
on another team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
For tonight's action on board with the Big Sneezy. Hiding out in incredible week 1, for lack of a better word. 92-7 in game 1, 52-8 in game 2 against the University of Rio Grande. Now up against a fellow Eagle, the Golden Eagles in the University of Southern Mississippi. Got Brad Snapper up against Navy, fellow post-University Eagle fratricide. In our second game, Adonis might go a 2-0 record off of forfeit W's alone, ladies and gentlemen. As he takes another forfeit win here in week 2, we will hopefully eventually catch some Adonis gameplay as he rides a bit of a lucky streak into week 3. Still undefeated, has yet to actually step on the field to do so. So we see Big Sneezy and Southern Miss, a little bit of a disconnection. But we'll take a brief break as we see if we can't get these two teams back out on the field. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with game 1 of this best of 3 when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Sandwich, on board with y'all for week 2 of post-university college football 26 action. Big Sneezy on a Penn State squad that was explosive in week 1. Of course, Swiss stage format in the ECAC. Cannot go around underestimating any of these opponents. There's a lot of mystery behind these short 1-0 records. Any sort of opponent could be hiding on the other side. And Big Sneezy, no stranger to just playing the game in front of him. We've not seen him play down to any sort of competition. He has not slowed down on the gas. We saw in week 1 nearly dropping a 100 bomb on his opponent. He has shown no fear in scoring in bunches. The kick out of bounds, going to draw a penalty. Going to get Big Sneezy started just a little bit further up on the sideline. We may see us take a brief BRB. This is a no-leak stream, at least from the coaching and sideline adjustments, if we can help it. Almost impossible to be a no-leak stream from a plays chosen perspective. It looks like the University of Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles surely taking some adjustments behind the hood. We did see this a fair amount. It's not as common as you may see in something like NBA 2K, where one player can make so much of a difference, but certain skill positions certainly seeing the swap on occasion. BigSneezy under center, hauled in. No, it's going to be broken up on the hit as he makes the catch. It's going to force the drop. BigSneezy trying to attack underneath the defense. Physicality going to bring about 2nd and 10 onto the Wildcat formation on 2nd and 10. The speed going to be enough. Just going to break past the hash mark to move the chains. You know this BigSneezy offense. Emphatic, unabashed. There's no secrets where he likes to put this football. And on the run, making a throw to the left sideline and out of bounds. BigSneezy loves this run-centric offense. Just playing the possession game, playing the numbers. More damage on the ground. Another first down for BigSneezy. Stopped once and able to move the chains 3 times. Already rolling early on here on offense for Post University. On 1st and 10, tried to cut it back. The quarterback not quite ready to lay down the block there. Gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Almost had it. Just the timing a little bit short. And the quarterback needed to hold that man just a little bit longer to have a chance. You see them playing close to the line of scrimmage here, trying to brace for the Wildcat formation. BigSneezy is still able to find a crease in the seams for a gain of 6. Still 3rd and medium here for the BigSneezy. Under center, quick screen pass to the tight end, who's able to turn the corner and more, all the way for the score. Touchdown, Post University. And BigSneezy, a knife through butter on that first drive. Showed off the whole package en route to the opening score in just under a minute here in this one. These college football games don't really start until somebody gets a defensive stop. Let's see if BigSneezy is able to blow this one open early here on the opening defensive possession for Post University. And defense, BigSneezy not quite able to commit his linebacker to the middle of the field there. It's going to give up 8. Once again, going for man here. BigSneezy trusting that middle linebacker who's supposed to cover the running back. And this time they get right at the running back out in the backfield for a loss of 4. 3rd and 6 for BigSneezy here. BigSneezy's done so well from that middle linebacker position. Numerous takeaways in week 1. Hit as he makes the catch, but it'll be just enough to move the chains. And USM able to sneak out to a first down. Nearly had a 3 and out, but the defensive stand continues for Post University. Quick bubble screen, but it's popped loose. The man defense going to do an excellent job of watching these screen passes. Usually if you've got a zone defense, those sorts of screen plays can get jostled up because of the numbers you can have on one side of the field. But man-to-man, it's going to be a harder ball game. Once again, man-to-man, we talked about it in week 1. Longtime viewers, these streaking crossing routes are how you develop openings in a man defense. That time hit just after the catch. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Golden Eagles. Gotta watch for these throws underneath. Able to find the crease in the defense, and no one is back there. One play touchdown for the Golden Eagles. The slant. So dangerous in man coverage because you have no help over the top. If someone gets beat, it'll be a problem in a hurry. Speaking of problems, the PAT is no good, so BigSneezy still able to maintain a 1-point advantage. The staring contest will continue. Both sides facing no problems on offense just yet. We approach midway through the first quarter, already high-firing offenses. See time of possession just above a minute for both squads here as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Both sides just trying to adjust to how the other likes to play. More Wildcat formation for BigSneezy. Almost had a breakaway. Breaking the first tackle. Gonna buy just enough time for the USM defense to recover. Still gonna be enough to move the chains. Could have been a whole lot more for Post University.
Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn.
Once again out to the running back, but there's just no gaps open this time for BigSneezy. Gonna have to settle for a gain of 3. Couldn't exactly find any crack in the defense that time. Got a lot of extra defenders stacking in the box. So BigSneezy with a chance to bounce it to the outside. You commit everybody to the box and the outer ends of the field are gonna be wide open. Not a foot race. You're gonna be able to win. Sneezy bouncing down the left sideline for the touchdown. The commentators cursed that time. You stack everybody running at the line of scrimmage. And that foot speed, able to get to the outside. No one is catching that man under center. Sneezy again, that Wildcat formation, such a problem for opposing teams to guard. Those backs out of the backfield, the world is their oyster, and the run block forces opposing teams to commit extra defenders into the box. They want to have a chance. Speaking of having a chance here, BigSneezy not going to find a takeaway on first down. Going to have to settle for a 3-yard gain. Nearly had it. Want to throw it to those tight ends underneath the defense. They'll have that size and strength to shrug off those smaller defenders at the cornerback position. It's just what happens that time. No chance for the DB to run out. Now taking a handoff to the right sideline. It's a foot race. The foot speed not quite there. Couldn't outrun the defense. They'll still move the chains out to the 39.
One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State
BigSneezy being reminded both sides can bounce it to the outside if necessary. Excuse me. It's gonna be difficult for BigSneezy from that middle linebacker position to get out there. Lying in wait underneath, spotting a defender. Oh my goodness, able to keep both feet in bounds or getting shoved down. Gonna move the sticks. You see that one there. Sneezy tried to use her to number 7 in time, couldn't quite recover. That's gonna move the chains for the Golden Eagles. Sneezy just lying in wait, daring him to throw underneath. Instead, it's the deep ball. Going to get broken up. 50-50 ball right in the end zone. Going to be incomplete. Can't feel too bad about these 50-50 balls like that. Not really a chance of an interception that time. Although we've seen many players just try to force the issue in one-on-one coverage. That time, going to bring about 2nd and 10. Easy waiting underneath, trying to keep these underneath routes under center. Dangerous ball thrown into double coverage. Golden Eagles not happy about that one. The internet on the Golden Eagles side not happy about it either. We're going to be able to play on. 2 straight stops for Post University, looking at a 3 and out here in what is going to be outside of field goal range for the Golden Eagles. Should take us to about the end of the first quarter if we can get the ball snapped here. More network issues plaguing this USM side. Everybody at home keep track of this 14-6 score, as it could be in case the game disconnects. Instead, we're going to be able to drop back under center, throwing it into double coverage. Not what you want to do on 3rd and long, and BigSneezy's got a takeaway. The staring contest is over on the Golden Eagles' 2nd drive of the contest. BigSneezy able to get his first win on the defensive side of the ball. And just as that occurs, a disconnect happening for this USM side. We'll take a brief break. Hopefully, BigSneezy drops in chat and lets us know what's going to occur here. There is some standard forfeiting scoring procedure. Many a time players just eschew that gentleman's agreement to run it back 0-0. Wonder if that may occur here, as we weren't even out of the first quarter yet. But we'll see if we can't grab that when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, we have received an update from the sideline. It looks like Adonis is going to be winning game 1 because of quote-unquote game of record rules. Essentially, a game starts to actually count for forfeiting purposes. Either 2 minutes elapse or the game clock reaches 2 minutes in the opening quarter, or a touchdown ends up being scored. You no longer have a score of 0-0. Both of those accomplished in that first game, making it a game of record. So when someone disconnects from those, barring extreme scenarios, I believe the ECAC rulebook cites extreme weather events as an example, things that can take down the power or internet in a particular facility. Barring those instances, that would be a forfeit if you end up disconnecting. That's exactly what's occurred here. So Sneezy going to be returning to the field with a 1-0 record. They do seem to still be waiting on word back from ECAC admins on some of the rulebook. I wonder if it's a question on the ability to play on teams you won via forfeit W on. Honest, maybe trying to run back on the Nittany Lions, on that Penn State squad. So far, they're in the team select screen. Adonis, BigSneezy opting for the Georgia Bulldogs, his alternate that he ran in week 2 to great success. Again, still waiting for both teams to return to the field. He will be back following our team's chat with the ECAC admins. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And BigSneezy getting the 1-0 victory via forfeit. The question was not about replaying teams. It was about selecting playbooks. Sneezy trying to run that Wildcat offense on other high-powered running squads. Seems that is not the intent of the custom playbooks ban in the ECAC rules. So both teams playbook locked to the squad they're selecting as well. Shouldn't affect the contest too much. I mean, as we mentioned, certain playbooks are going to vary wildly. And the style does make the fight, but both teams are going to be able to run largely what they want. Perhaps particular pet plays are going to be absent of the playbook. Shouldn't affect either team's offense too drastically. May affect the defense, though, right over the middle, in between the safeties. Gonna move the chains and get them out to about midfield early on here for USM. A whole lot of red, but University of Southern Miss on that Alabama side, while your post-University Eagles on that Georgia Bulldog squad.
It's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
To the air on second down.
Post-University able to grab their first win on offense. Look to shuffle. Run down the line to the player towards the middle of the field on that drag route. Instead, it's the very same player that BigSneezy left uncovered. It's able to come up with the reception and the first down. Again, can't be too worried about this feeling out period for either team. The series starts once a stop is made. Dangerous 50-50 ball. His man's got a step, but it's overthrown out of the back of the end zone and incomplete. A little too much mustard on that hot dog. BigSneezy going to live to fight another day. These deep bombs underneath haven't exactly been a problem. A throw into double coverage could have been for the Golden Eagles. Instead, dropped by the receiver. It'll be third down. Can't blame him for the drop that time. Multiple defenders in his airspace. Man defense on 3rd and 10. Looking to get hands on the quarterback in a hurry. Again, man defense, you let these routes get out in space. It could be a problem. Instead, rifle one right into BigSneezy, who's going to bat that one down with ease, and it'll be 4th down. Certainly in field goal range. Instead, the quarterback going to remain out on the field. Thought their special teams play could have been a factor after the missed PAT. The offense going to stay out here. Throw underneath. Going to be caught, but nowhere near that first down marker. And BigSneezy going to get the opening stop of the contest. And games don't start until a team wins a stop, gets a stop on defense. BigSneezy getting us started bright and early on that opening drive. Now BigSneezy looking to operate on offense, trying to find the A gap there. Going to shut down. Not before a 3-yard gain, but nothing more for BigSneezy on first down. Again, BigSneezy going to have to adjust here. Didn't quite catch his playbooks in week 1, but that ruling from the ECAC coming out for a reason, so he's going to have to adjust. Looks like the quarterback's cold. Going to eat a sack for a 10-yard loss. 3rd and humongous for BigSneezy now. 17 yards between Post-University and a first down. And the stadium pulse is pumping. Both teams playing on their home and away fields here. Not quite what the ECAC rules call for, but neither player really too upset about it. The pitch to the back in the backfield. It'll be too little too late. Going to get us right back to 4th and 10. BigSneezy's got him right where he wants him, if you ask him. Looks like the offense going to stay out on the field. And he better snap this ball quick. Yep. University of Southern Miss coming out in a punt formation. Instead, going to call that for, going to burn a timeout to do it. Going to look to come out with a standard defensive concept here. Now the standard is if the offense calls a play before the defense can, the defense is going to see what formation they come out and what personnel they have out on the field. So Alabama at USM squad just jumping the gun a little bit here. And now had a man open, but going to get brought down mid-throw, and it's incomplete. And we're right back where we started, folks. A rock fight early on in the first quarter. 2 straight defensive stops here for Post-University and University of Southern Mississippi, who are able to get the first down on 1st and 10 and keep their offense humming and hawing here into the red zone.
He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target.
And Southern Miss already in a tremendous position in field goal range basically automatically following the turnover on downs. So wouldn't be surprised if we see incredibly conservative play here. Throws underneath, screen passes. You saw a run there on 1st and 10. It's looking to burn some time, stay ahead of the sticks here on offense. Another run on 1st and 10. The user's not able to get to him in time. Looked like the A gap was wide open on that left side. Through too many defenders right at the center. Gotta buy some space for Southern Miss to cruise right up here to 1st and goal at the 5. And around instead, the quarterback gonna keep it right up the gut, goes nowhere. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front.
Red zone where you like to see that man coverage, not as much space to work with. Dangerous ball right past 2 defenders. The help over the top, able to shut it down just short of the touchdown. 3rd and goal from the 1 now for the Golden Eagles.
Who is your best playmaker that you can target?
Dangerous ball there, and it looked like BigSneezy came out in a zone that time. Interesting decision on 3rd and short. Again, you want to see man coverage here to try to blow up that sneak, throw everybody at the box. BigSneezy going to do just that. Offense going to stay out on the field for USM. Boom or bust at the 1-yard line. Doesn't quite look like a sneak formation. Bubble screen to the outside, to the house. Touchdown, University of Southern Miss. Tough to scheme a man advantage in the red zone like that. Just a quick hitting screen pass. Able to buy them the space. Didn't need the whole field. So a tough break for BigSneezy. Very hard to come out on top when there's just 1 yard of grass between your opponent and the end zone. BigSneezy gonna have about 83 yards between him and the end zone here following that kick return out to the 17 here. Just looking to find some momentum on 1st and 10. Trying to stretch out to the left side. Gonna go nowhere. Shut down for 2nd and 10. Gain of 0 that time. And BigSneezy gonna have to get used to these run concepts on this Georgia squad. Some of these quirkier ones certainly not gonna be found on this Georgia Bulldogs playbook. 2nd and 10 gonna be good for a 2-yard gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely
Easy, looking to do some damage with the pass attack. Able to find the tight end in motion. Able to get past 1 defender before being shoved past the 1st down marker. Some breathing room for Sneezy that time. Again, the stadium pulse is going to be a slight factor here in this contest. Sneezy looking to neutralize any sort of home field advantage. Going to move the chains before getting shoved back behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and inches instead for BigSneezy. Had the 1st down before being shoved way back, and that'll bring about the end of the 1st quarter. Low scoring affair compared to the shootout that we saw in game 1 before the disconnect. Meanwhile, Sneezy just looking to get some momentum back in his favor here. Gonna find some motion on offense. Screen pass. Gonna be thrown behind the line. Another loss of yards. 3rd and 1 now for Sneezy. Tried to go side to side. Had the numbers advantage, but they shed the block early. So nowhere for Sneezy to go. Look, by the time he makes the reception, the block already shed by the defense. Now 3rd and 1 for Sneezy. Gonna try to find the gap in the offensive line. Able to do just that to find some breathing room out at midfield. Up at the 47 now for Post University.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Sneezy trying to find a deep shot here. Going to run into his own lineman. Just going to throw it short. blown up play. Had the QB scramble online if it wasn't for his own lineman in the way. Blocks Sneezy. Doesn't block the defender, so wise to just get away with an incompletion. This time screen pass, but the numbers advantage is not there for Sneezy. Had looked like 1 blocker, 3 defenders. Not the sort of math you want to do if you're Sneezy with that screen on the right sideline. Lucky to get a nice gain of 4 yards that time. They're going to keep the offense ahead of the sticks here. This time the numbers advantage. 3-on-2 on the left side for the big fella to reset down and distance for post.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw.
Usually pre-snap you're able to tell if you have the numbers advantage, especially in a zone coverage. Just wise play from Sneezy that time. Another heads up play from scrimmage. The red carpet being brought out to 1st and 10 from the 10. Basically 1st and goal, the longest 1st and goal you can have here. Big Sneezy, another red carpet, gonna somersault into the end zone, belly flop, touchdown for Big Sneezy to get us all tied up in this one. Kick is up and it is good. Sneezy still able to find that power run game to perfection here so far in this one.
Trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice too to have
Team's able to come up with wins on offense. Was gonna say not over. The game doesn't start. So someone gets a takeaway, and Sneezy only taking 1 to get the football right back for Post University. This time it's Sneezy's turn to start from tremendous field position. Not a turnover on downs, instead bringing out the do-it-yourself kit to get that football. Able to shed 1 tackler. The secondary able to come in and collapse before absolute disaster. Would have been dangerous. The first tackle just going to shed enough of the time off the clock there to let the secondary get back in this one, and now roll out the red carpet. A defender not even in the frame. Touchdown for Big Sneezy. Post University from the takeaway to the touchdown. Just about 2 plays. You see it down there, 2 plays, 20 seconds. Go from defense right back to defense following the quick scoop and score. Gonna look to take this one out of the shadow of the end zone. Not gonna get much further. And Big Sneezy gonna be starting from decent field position here, pinning his opponent inside. Empty box. Gotta watch out for a throw outside the numbers instead. A pair of slants, a couple of deep shots as well. 50-50 ball, make it 25-70. Throwing it into double coverage, not what you want to see if you are University of Southern Miss. Didn't have the one-on-one they perhaps thought they did. What looked like a 50-50 ball pre-throw turned into a 100-0 post-throw. Triple coverage following the 2 CPUs, and Sneezy making his presence felt on that one as well. Sneezy maybe looking to get us out in a hurry in this one. Running back able to shed 1. Oh my goodness, the foot speed from Big Sneezy. No Penn State playbook, no problem. 2 straight takeaways and 2 straight scores for Post University as they open up a multi-possession lead here midway through the second quarter.
You can make big plays like this. It makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything.
And Sneezy looking to turn this one into a blowout. You already saw USM feeling the pressure on that last drive, feeling like they needed a big shot on 1st and 10 to get their offense some space and some momentum. You got to wonder what sort of looks they're going to come out here facing a multi-score deficit. Now playing conservative. Sneezy going to be all over that one. It's a tackle for loss. It'll be 2nd and 11 for USM. That's what you do when you get takeaways on the deep ball. to bring your opponent further into a shell, trying to play underneath, trying to play screen plays. And that time just incomplete, uncovered, but uncaught all the same. And now 3rd and 11 for USM. Sneezy looking for his 3rd straight defensive stop. Able to cover the route underneath. And his opponent not able to break out past that first down marker. Sneezy anticipating the offense staying out on the field. And the offense going to do just that. 4th and 7 for USM here. Sneezy chomping at the bit to get right at the quarterback. Wonder if he's reading a run. Going to stay underneath. Got to watch for these slant routes. Got to watch out for hands on the cornerback. And it's 2-minute warning for BigSneezy, who's going to be starting in tremendous field goal position right at the 28-yard line. Sneezy looking to blow this game wide open once again. Back to the back in the backfield. Going to get crushed in a pile of bodies. Still good for a 2-yard gain. Sneezy already drawing 1 timeout out of his opponent. Going to look to draw the other 2 on the ground game. To the tight end on the outside. It's a foot race. No one is catching that man. Touchdown, Post University. And that screenplay, Sneezy has not been afraid to call it in spades. He's done an excellent job of spotting when he has that numbers advantage and even making magic when he hasn't had numbers on his side. That time, 1 blocker was all he needed to go all the way to the house. Yet again, out to the 13. Not opting for the touchback. Gonna have 1 minute 39 and 2 timeouts at their disposal here. So far here in the second quarter, USM have not had a second set of downs to work with, let alone opportunities to use 2 timeouts in a whole minute here. Sneezy's been keeping him into a short field, dropping all the way into the end zone. Not what you want to be doing on 1st and 10 from your own 13, and Sneezy comes up with a safety. The defense can do no wrong for Post University. And now Sneezy with a chance to pile on even more points. Gonna juke to the outside before being brought down at his own 36. I thought Sneezy would be struggling, being forced off of the playbook on the offensive side of the football. But he has been thrown out of his rhythm and gotten right back into it in stride. And that's powered by this lockdown defense he's been playing. Don't really need a specific playbook to lock in on the defensive side of the football. Multiple user picks and perfect scheming come up with several takeaways in just 1 quarter. And now 2nd and 4. Chew clock is coming out, so Sneezy content to take it to 0-0s. Trying to get these timeouts out here. And Sneezy, chew clock early on. That's going to bring us to basically halftime. Sneezy, now going to bring it back to no huddle. May see him use a couple of his timeouts on offense. Try to extend the possession here. Of course, going to keep his timeouts close to his chest as the first one comes out for University of Southern Mississippi. Better late than never here with about 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball is snapped. Looking for a deep shot. Instead, the line collapses around him. Going to send him back running to 4th and 18 from his own 28. We're going to have an early punt here for Sneezy. And Sneezy going to go 3 and out. Been so electric on defense. It's going to be not exactly a crisis here. 19 seconds, no timeouts for University of Southern Mississippi. And a defense that has been an absolute nightmare for the Golden Eagles to try to decode here in the second quarter. Seems like every answer on this test has been the wrong one for USM. Just going to run it out of the backfield. Safe option. But that'll be half. 30-7 is your score as we approach halftime. They're calling plays on offense, but they're just not going to make it out onto the field in time. May have one more play here as the clock strikes midnight on the first half. Reception underneath, able to break 1 tackle. Cavalry arrives to bring him down, and we have halftime. BigSneezy riding a tremendous wave on offense. 3 straight takeaways on the defensive side of the football. Gonna have those 2 turnovers, those 2 interceptions, excuse me, and of course the safety onto the quarterback to bring about this 30-7 as we approach the start of the third quarter. Sneezy gonna start with the football. Tried to bounce it to the outside. Instead, we'll be starting right at the 15. Sneezy looking to keep that offensive momentum going. Have not need anything electric on the offensive end with a defense that has put them in amazing starting position. See Chew Clock coming out. It's been a hallmark of Sneezy's gameplay. He has called those Chew Clocks early and often throughout this season and of course throughout the regular season in our spring semester. Just a frenetic run game, taking short gains with that Chew Clock. We've seen him take entire quarters to score 1 touchdown. So Sneezy looking to speed things up, make his opponent feel the pressure early and often to be perfect on both sides of the football. And the Sneezy stream. Brief hesitation there, but Sneezy able to keep it rolling in stride right over the top of the defender. Got to try to break 1 tackle, able to do so. Has some blockers. The Cavalry able to arrive, shove him out of bounds finally, but not before flipping the field. All started off of that gutsy completion. Looked like the zone defender might have been a man defender focused on the other player on the drag route. So Sneezy able to take advantage. Sneezy gets past 1, not able to get past the rest. Still good for a 7-yard gain. See the whole team trying to bring down Sneezy on the run on that frame. Got to throw the whole team at that man when he's running in open space. Sneezy looking to find some more open space here. Wide blades of grass. Elite use of the 1 blocker he had. Threw that second defender right into the extra blocker. And it's another house call for Post University. Kick is up and it is good. And once again, Sneezy one-on-one with the secondary. He had 1 blocker. Heads up play by Sneezy to cut it back inside. Use that pile of bodies. Those 2 engaged in the block to his advantage. The user not able to recover in time. And Sneezy an absolute problem with that ground game. If he gets past the line of scrimmage, usually good things happen. He's able to make moves in the open field, especially whether it's user tackles or taking advantage of the numbers advantages. Or able to make magic out of 1 blocker that time. Heads up play by Sneezy. Spotted the screen pass. Might have rushed things there. Or USM, and it's incomplete. Look at that. Forces the throw early. Doesn't want to give Sneezy a chance to get that middle linebacker out there. Worried about another house call and forces an incompletion. 1-on-1. The defender over the top. Not going to be enough. Able to haul it in to flip the field for USM. Dangerous going for these interceptions on the 50-50 ball. You come up empty and you don't have a chance to try to hit him as he throws or bat it down. You go for the interception, you better be correct. If not, you can give up huge chunk plays like that one. And Sneezy just running with the defender to perfection. Instead, they throw it to the out route underneath. And that time hit as he makes the catch, brought down more like it. And so he's able to haul it in, keep the chains moving for USM here, trying to find some momentum on the offensive side of the football. Sneezy trying to stay on top of these drag routes. Tremendous scramble, tremendous rollout from the quarterback. And when you start rolling out that far back, you make it easier for these CPU linemen to shed these blockers and start rolling right at the quarterback. 2nd 10, going to be 3rd and 7 following the short gain.
And I think this has probably been been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the
USM able to come up with one chunk play on this drive. Much harder to come up with these larger chunk plays as you approach the end zone. Just less field to work with here. Got to start throwing underneath. Got to start powering through, finding man advantages out here. And that's right where Sneezy wants him. Wow, throws it to a man hit as he makes the catch. And it'll be enough for the first down. First and goal from the 9. For University of Southern Miss.
Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field.
Now Sneezy spotted the man open on the left sideline. USM loving these drag routes underneath. Gonna be good for a 6-yard gain. Wise play by Sneezy. He spotted one crack, one hole in the boat. Only too many holes in the boat that time, and they get sunk on that possession. Oh my goodness, not what you want to do if you are USM. That's the problem when you got to throw underneath against BigSneezy. He is in all of these gaps, especially in the red zone. BigSneezy not worried about folks going over the top of him. Loves playing underneath to try to grab those interceptions. His third takeaway of the contest, his third turnover. We're not counting the safety. And BigSneezy, that true clock. Again, one stop, one possession on offense. We already have the fourth quarter. This one could already be over, ladies and gentlemen. And Sneezy looking to cruise to a 2-0 regular season record. 5 minutes between him and doing just that. Southern Miss parked at the 7 points they scored in the first quarter. That was all Sneezy was willing to let by that defense here. 5 seconds. Need a quick release. Got to watch out for a safety of his own there. Sneezy able to find the receiver to buy a lot of space for this offense to operate now out at the 25. Nearly had 2 defenders right at the quarterback. Instead, Sneezy 1st and 10 from the 25 here. Looking to throw a deep shot downfield. Maybe get an early forfeit, you know. Throw the dagger. Sneezy a wealth of time under the pocket. Now looking to roll out. Have to get rid of that football. Able to do just that. Heads up play by Sneezy. Everything is covered and the pocket's collapsing. Crisis averted. Of course, the clock stops, but it's still going to be second down. Empty backfield for Sneezy once more. Looking to continue to pile points. No, it's a screen pass. And it looked like... couldn't quite tell if it was zone or man coverage on that right side, but regardless, the numbers not quite lining up for Sneezy. It's going to be a loss of yards, 3rd and 12 for BigSneezy under center once again with the empty backfield. Going to look to scramble out of the pocket, running, throw, going to knock off the accuracy, and that's going to be incomplete. Excellent idea by Sneezy, but running as you throw just so problematic on that Heisman difficulty. You see why right there. Sneezy continuing to like what he sees on offense, though. Gonna spot up the 50-50 ball, high arcing ball. His man had any sort of step whatsoever. It could have been good. Instead, it's turned over. And USM are now in prime field position. Last time they were this close, last time they got this much of a head start, they were able to punch 7 in way back in the first quarter. Sneezy not quite out of the woods yet here. It's a 1% chance, but that's still greater than 0 for USM here, fighting for their lives here in game 2. Trying to get us to game 3 in this best of 3 series. Sneezy lurking underneath, watching all the drag routes. High ball, gonna buy time for the hit right as he makes the reception. It's always gonna get knocked out of his hands, incomplete. You gotta make sure if you're getting hit as you throw, as they're making the catch, excuse me, you got to make sure they're not getting knocked into the air. Makes it way too easy. Much more likely you're going to knock the ball, force an incompletion. If the receiver's in the air as he makes that catch. USM still looking to move with the quickness here. Trying to throw it to the outside. Sneezy able to jump the route, and no one is able to catch that man. Or just to say that the quarterback trying to get some hands on the cornerback. But Sneezy able to roll it in stride. Pick 6 More points for the defense. Had them with a safety in the second quarter. Now a pick six in the fourth. And Sneezy looking to grab a couple more on the way out. There's a man diving. Still able to make the recovery and the tackle. Not going to have to settle for a 43-7 lead now with a little over 2 minutes to play in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
And another week, another tremendous performance from Sneezy. The run game continuing to be a problem for opposing defenses to guard, even despite the change in playbook having to come about here following that ECAC ruling. And now just more reps on defense for Post University. A 50-50 ball, and this man's got to step on his defender, but it's underthrown. The quarterback might have been maxing out on throw power there. The lateral, and another takeaway for Sneezy. The man had a step but just ran out of field, ran out of range on that arm. He was able to get more range on that. He could have had a one-play touchdown. That's the problem when you spot these one-on-one advantages too little, too late. End up maxing out of the range, and this time thrown right underneath the defense. They're able to make the recovery, but not before Sneezy able to flip the field in one play. And Delp, the tight end, has been an absolute problem. Deep routes caught for Sneezy. It's been his preferred target for these screen plays, just rummaging through contact with these numbers advantages. Sneezy going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The swan song for this best of 3 series, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I've been Sandwich. We hope you all have enjoyed. Sneezy continuing to tear through competition. Again, you cannot underestimate anyone in this league with this Swiss stage format. Anybody could be hiding behind a 1-0 record. But Sneezy cruising right now, looking to make it 2-0 in this regular season. Somehow able to thread the needle for the tight end in the end. Just a 2-yard gain.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover.
And the chew clock coming out for Sneezy. No timeouts yet for USM. Sneezy looking to move the chains. He's got one blocker, and that's all that man needs. Touchdown, Post University. Sneezy almost had the 100 bomb in week 1, the 50 bomb now in week 2. Has been cruising so far in this regular season. He's just powering it through, nearly kicking a field goal off the kickoff. Instead, USM going to bring it out to their own 9. Sneezy still keeping up that frenetic pace, not switching off this middle linebacker spot. Still just as impressive on defense from opening drive to what could be the last drive of the contest for USM here. Dropping under center, underneath the 2 safeties in that zone look. And that'll be a first down. USM have had their moments, have just struggled to put together a cohesive drive. Looking for a deep shot, but that's a 50-50 ball. Nearly brought by the cornerback there, who was underneath the ball. So certainly high risk, high reward there. Would have been about a 15-20 yard gain that time. They could have come down with it. Hard to rely on those deep shots downfield, though, for consistent offense. Now a tremendous drop back for a tremendous pass. Able to get hands on it. Had a step, but again, quarterback running out of room on that arm, running out of range. So the receiver has to come back to get it, buys time for the defense to get back into the play. Dangerous ball, but it's hauled in. Able to shove off his defender as well. Sneezy's not going to be able to catch this one. Touchdown, USM. It's the problem when you go boom or bust for those turnovers. We mentioned it earlier. Go for the interception. You best not miss. If not, you can create tremendous gashes in your defense for opposing quarterbacks to take advantage of. Much ado about nothing if you're Sneezy. Your opponent gets above double digits, which probably wasn't what you want, given the tremendous defensive stand he's had.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch.
Easy maybe looking to tack on a couple more. Fourth quarter, 35 seconds, 3 timeouts. And Sneezy has not been a player to put it in park early. I believe we saw 4 verts come out on the playbook, so Sneezy continuing to put pedal to the metal here, even though 33 seconds are all that's left between this one and a week 2 victory for Sneezy. Able to cut between 2 defenders for the first down, just a little bit more before walking out of bounds at the 36.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
4 verts. Sneezy's looking for a couple more options underneath if need be. If not, we're looking for a 50-50 ball. Instead, the line collapses entirely. 3 linemen chasing after the quarterback, and it's going to be incomplete.
They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
And you saw the difference between the quarterback play, incredibly similar. If those were the only stats you were taking away, you'd be surprised at the deficit here. And this time it's Sneezy trying to go underneath with the defense lying in wait. It's a takeaway for USM. Again, if you were just looking at those quarterback stats there, you'd expect a much closer contest. A massive gap in the defensive power of both of these squads here.
Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Throwing to the receiver, running out of bounds, right at the 25. USM similarly not looking to go quietly into the night here, trying to put on more points on the board as we approach triple zeros on the game clock. Sneezy once again going boomer bust for the interception. USM able to take that one all the way to the house. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. It's like 50-21, primed to be your final score, barring a kickoff return or a tremendous Hail Mary from Sneezy on his last play of the contest.
Let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Bring it out of the end zone, not get past the touchback marker. Sneezy, one play in a dream. He's going to look to do some damage on the ground. He's done it many a time. And now he's going to need 81 yards between him and a score. Basically a victory formation with extra steps here for Big Sneezy. Not able to get past the first defender. And a timeout comes out for Sneezy. He's looking for one more. There goes the field. The Hail Mary, excuse me, not the field goal. And Sneezy's going to have one more shot at this. Looking to pile on 6 more points at the end of this one. Sneezy the rollout to buy him more time. He's going to throw it. It's a pile up here on the right side. The receiver, oh my goodness, who else but Delp? Able to come down with the reception before being shoved down. That's just been the game in a nutshell for Big Sneezy. That tight end has been an absolute problem. USM not able to contain him or the rest of this Georgia Bulldogs offense. And Sneezy with a 50-21 stomp en route to a 2-0 record. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for our show today. Shout out to Adonis, also 2-0 without having to play a single snap of college football 26 just yet. Hopefully we'll be able to catch him next week alongside Sneezy, having to battle out 2-0 the old-fashioned way. Brad Snappa able to go 1-1 following his forfeit victory. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for tonight's coverage of college football 26 here in the ECAC. My name is Sandwich. We'll be here, should be here same time, same place next week for more post-university college football action. Hope to see y'all there.
Another presentation of EA Sports College Football.